when Ganesha, supposedly, the story goes, is that this point was made to me when I was a bad student, because I was not a very good student when I was your age. And he was sitting there listening to his teacher, and his teacher was reciting to him one of the ancient scripts, one of the important books in Hinduism. And he had a little quill, and he was writing with the quill, and the quill broke. And when the quill broke, he knew that he had to be a good student. As a good student, he couldn't disturb his teacher. It was his fault that the pen broke. He was unprepared for class, so he shouldn't be rude and disturb the teacher. So instead, he broke off his tusk, stabbed himself, and used his blood as ink to continue writing. Okay? And the point being made is that he knew that his duty was to be a good student. To be a good student was to continue listening to his teacher and not interrupt his teacher. The happy ending is that his teacher told him he should have been interrupted, but that showed his dedication as a student. So that's one reason how he lost his tusk. Where's the cut? On his hand? No, that's not the cut.
Is he eating those jaman?
No, he's actually his dessert. I only know the South Indian. There's a Tamil term for it. It's called a kurkatine. I'm glad you asked that story because Ganesha's brother is Murugan, who is the god of war, and as brothers they fight. So they're sitting out there fighting. There's one last dessert left, and it's sort of a dumpling. Is really what it is. And it's a sweet dumpling. It's got coconut and brown sugar. It's very yummy. Some nuts in it, if I'm not mistaken. And they're fighting over this, right? And mom and dad, Shiva and Parvati, are watching this, and they can't handle it anymore because they're just going at it. Give it to me. Give it to me. You have an elephant head. Well, you're stupid, right? And then they're fighting and shoving each other. And the parents can't have enough. That's it. Quiet. We're having a competition. The person who wins the competition gets the last piece of dessert. Is that clear? Yes. First person to circle the globe. So first person to circle the world wins. So Morgan goes, I got this. Okay, he's got a peacock, it's got wings, he jumps in and he takes off. And you've seen Ganesha's ride, it's a little rat. There's no way the rat's going to be that fast. So Morgan takes off and he's flying and Ganesha's sitting there and he's staring at the dessert, he's looking at it, he's examining it. Morgan's so flying, he can taste it. He's so close he can taste it. And he's circled half the world and Ganesha's still sitting there staring at it. Parents look over and they go, what's his deal? Why isn't he doing anything? He better get moving. Ganesha gets up, scratches his belly, walks over to his parents, stares at them, both of them, and then starts to walk slowly around them. In the meantime, Morgan's almost done. He's on his way back. He can see his parents and he can see Ganesha sort of strolling around them. And he's thinking, this is mine. I won. I'm so happy. And Ganesha walks full circle, comes up to mom and dad and he says, all right, let me have it. I won. Let me have the dessert. Sorry? How'd you win? Well, I finished first. You didn't leave, so how could you finish first? Mom, Dad, you are my world. Oh, I know. And they're like, oh my boy, you can have the dessert. How do you think Morgan felt? No fair, okay? That's cheating, bogus. So he was very upset that he cheated. And so Ganesha was smart, right? He worked hard, but he was also smart. He defined the world differently and got it and won the competition. So that's the other story of Ganesha.